have to chop off their nuts. It's not to put weight on them. I know that much. I think it's to kill their sex drive. Unless I'm 100% wrong and they give it to the cows so that they can't get pregnant. It has something to do with reproduction. Someone Google it and remind me. I read about it years ago and realized it was a stupid drug. It's 100% androgenic. It has zero anabolic quality. So yeah, it's going to raise your blood pressure and make you all pissed off, but it's not going to do anything for your muscles. It'll help you lift more weight in a workout, but it's not anabolic. Jay, your face is looking leaner. Oh, thank you, Emperor Saul. Cuban, we should go live on your Big J for the UK account. Everyone thinks that's me, but if I go live with someone else, that'll prove that's not my account. I don't drink vodka, so why would I buy Russian vodka? Train with Adam at Redcon. I'm probably the #1 person not allowed in Redcon. They wouldn't allow Rob and Lenny in Redcon. Why would they allow me? Cuban 73 just gave me the signal. Emperor Saul, that's inappropriate to talk about Brad's live-in single mom girlfriend. Inappropriate. Everybody's got a past. Big J for the UK joined. All right. How can I ask him to live? I don't know how to. I don't know how to ask people. He's going to have to request it. Big, ooh, I like that color. I got the TV on. My mom got me a flat screen for my bedroom.
And bomb.
Wow. Now hold on for a second. I thought I was Big J for the UK.
No, I am. I'm everywhere. I'm like McLeod. Oh. There, I hope that dispels that fucking rumor.
How many followers does Big J for the UK have?
I don't know, something like 250.
Oh, okay. How many of them you think actually live in the UK?
From the messages that I get, maybe somewhere between 20 to 30%.
Okay, that's pretty good. Any of them live near Wales?
I know one or two of them do.
Have they ever seen the movie A Clockwork Orange?
That's a good question. The Karoba Milk Bar. You gotta love that scene when they're all walking in slow motion, and one of them knocks the shit out of the other one just for the fuck of it.
I haven't seen that movie in probably 35 years.
Yeah, it's Malcolm McDowell. I've always been a fan of Malcolm McDowell.
Emperor Saul said nobody lives in Wales.
Well, shit. Sounds like a place to go if there's nobody there. Shit. Live in solitude.
I don't know where Wales is relative to London.
Neither do I. My wife does.
Oh. Everyone's saying nice haircut, Father. Jesus Christ. It's a homemade special. This is a summertime. Kids, you're getting a crew cut for the summer haircut. Dad's not spending any money on haircuts this summer. You had all girls, so you don't know anything about that.
Well, I will say this. When I would spend summers at my grandparents' house, my dad's parents' house, my grandfather would take me to go get a crew cut. And my grandmother would get pissed off every time because the dude that my grandfather would take me to, he would wet my hair with Budweiser. And so I'm this 8-year-old kid coming home and I smell like beer. She is pissed. Oh. The Cubans believe if you cut your hair short, it forces the hair to regenerate once heat hits it during the summer.
Well, it's good for your scalp because when you cut your hair short like mine, all the dead skin will exfoliate. And
yes,
a lot of times the dead skin is what's blocking the hair follicle.
man.
Get loud in the city.
Yeah, I don't have any money on me to give the bums. That'll be the first thing they'll ask me. You got any money, any cigarettes? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Not tonight. Oh.
I don't want to smoke. I won't feel like training tomorrow. I'll be so hungover if I smoke.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop myself.
You know,
I'm starting to feel it.
when you have a couple of cigarettes, the hangover is twice as bad.
I believe it.
Cuban, get the jazz music on. We don't listen to jazz, you asshole. I hate jazz. Jazz is
no offense to Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is a huge fan of jazz. Always remember that. Some of his like one or two of his Dirty Harry movies, and maybe one or two other movies, you hear some jazz music. That's because of him.
And probably some of the later movies that he's produced, he probably sneaks it in there. Is there any jazz in $1 Million Baby or Gran Torino?
That's a good question. That I don't remember.
He probably sneaks it in there since he's the producer. Speaking of Clint Eastwood, you guys know he's on my Mount Rushmore. Another guy from my Mount Rushmore is 92 years old today. The fire chief from the Towering Inferno.
Oh, shit.
He was dying of cancer during the filming of the Towering Inferno. I think he's best known for Bullet and racing that fucking 390 GT Mustang through the streets of San Francisco.
You're not talking about Papa, are you? You're not talking about Steve McQueen, are you?
Yeah. Steve.
Yeah, that movie where he's a bounty hunter. Everyone calls him Papa.
Today Steve McQueen would be 92 years old.
Wow.
He was born on this date in 1930.
Steve McQueen was one of those guys that the director, any movie that he would be involved in his later years, the director would be just on edge because he insisted on doing all his own stunts. That's why you see him in that car and it's filmed so well in that movie Bullet. It's him. It's him driving the car.
Burt Reynolds did a few of his own stunts. It's one reason he was so crippled up as an old man.
I know in his later years, I know for a fact, not to drop any doctors' names or anything, because of everything that he did, his hips were really, really bad. Really bad.
He played college football, too, for Florida State.
Florida State, yeah, Florida State. I think he was either number 20 or number 22.
Oh, man, we should I wouldn't mind getting a jersey made up that says Reynolds on the back.
Reynolds on the back, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Back to Steve McQueen. And I want to talk about Mustangs for a little bit because I quarrel back and forth with Johnny Bravo about 68 fastback Mustangs. Johnny Bravo has a gorgeous black fastback Mustang. And that has to be my favorite body style, the 68 fastback. But Bravo doesn't want to agree with me that the 428 Super Cobra Jet is superior to a little teeny 302. And so I just want to bring up for a lot of guys that don't know a lot about muscle cars, that year you could get a lot of different engines and packages in that body style. And the Mustang GT that Steve McQueen had in Bullet, that was a Mustang GT.
It had the 390.
Yes, the Mustang GT came with a big block 390. That was basically your entry level into a big block Mustang. Now, the Big Daddy was the Mach 1. That's where you got a 428 Super Cobra Jet. And Bravo likes to argue with me that a small block is better. And I don't buy into that.
Well, it's the philosophy that and the logic that you use. Okay, a 302. Do you know how much money you would have to drop to get that car to go so fast, launch so fast, and go? I mean, you would have to spend a lot of money.
Well,
so it.
You can make power with cubic inches or RPMs. And it's a whole lot cheaper to do it with cubic inches. You want to make power with a smaller motor? Yeah, we can do that. Give me a credit card. We're gonna spin that little motor to fucking $8,000, but it's gonna cost you a fortune.
Yep.
And one thing about spinning a small motor to high RPM, you got to have more gear ratio. You got to have the right transmission, and you got to be a damn good driver. You better be in the right gear all the time. Whereas if you got a big motor like a 428 Cobra Jet, it's much more forgiving for a novice driver. Okay, I'm in the wrong gear, but I got a 428. Let me just put my right foot down. Boom, you got power.
Yeah, it's like the Gran Torino. I can't imagine a Gran Torino without a 428 Cobra. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I'm not a Ford guy at all. I'm a General Motors guy. But I really like most of those Fords that were equipped with the 428 Cobra Jet. It's an awesome street engine.
There's enough videos on YouTube where they have these drag races between these classic muscle cars and everything. I guarantee you there's a Mustang in there '68 fastback with a 302, and it's just getting blown away by other cars that have bigger blocks. It's just I know there's at least 1 or 2 videos out there on YouTube that show that. So the evidence is on your side.
Well, yeah, when it comes to drag racing, the 7-liter cars, if you're pure stock, the 7-liter cars are the fastest cars, period, hands down. If you've got a 426 Hemi, 427 Ford or Chevy, a 428 Pontiac or Ford, those are the fastest cars.
Or you can drop a 446 pack on a Dodge Dart.
You
Fucking madman.
You know what my favorite Mopar is? And I am not a Mopar guy, but I'm going to tell you why this is my favorite car. They made a 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner 440 6-pack. And they literally built this car around the 6-pack manifold. I think they're called a Roadrunner A19 car. A19 was the package. The A19 basically gave you an aluminum 6-pack manifold instead of iron. So you're saving weight right there.
Yep.
And your air fuel ratio is going to be cooler because aluminum stays cooler. It's simple math. So what Mopar did with these A19s is they put the aluminum 6-pack manifold on the Roadrunner on the 440. Then they put a base plate on top of the carburetors so that they could seal off any of the heat from the engine bay. They deleted the hood springs to save more weight. And then they added a fiberglass hood, which is black. If you've ever seen a 69 Roadrunner with a black hood, that's the car with the big scoop, the big fucking hood scoop that's like fucking, it's got like a 4 to 6 inch scoop. Anyway, so you got, and the cars had hood pins out of the factory because they had no hood hinges. So you got a 446 pack that's making more power because it's got an aluminum manifold, and it's making more power because it's breathing nothing but cold air being forced down the carburetors from that scoop. It's lighter because it's got an aluminum manifold, no hood hinges, and a fiberglass hood, all from the factory. It's perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm not a Mopar guy, but if I was to have a Mopar, that's the Mopar I would get. The 69 Roadrunner 446 pack A19, and I rest my case.
That particular Roadrunner you're talking about, I've only seen one of those in my life. The particular one you're talking about with that black hood, I've only seen one.
With hood pins. Why no CUDA? They didn't offer that package in the CUDA, brah. It was a Roadrunner package.
Yeah, I've never seen a 440 in a fucking CUDA.
I have. Mopar was pretty aggressive with what cars, with what engines they would put in cars. They made four.
Thoughts on the Plymouth Duster?
A 340 duster, a small block duster, I got no time. But a 440 duster, a big block duster, now we're talking. You know, I'm so sick of people. Everyone wants me to pile on Leo. And I just want to say this one thing about Leo. You know, I didn't I go on Leo's podcast? Or no, I'm the one who said I wouldn't go on Leo's podcast, right? Wasn't I the only misfit that wouldn't go on Leo's podcast? Well,
I think you're the guy that questioned him from the beginning.
right. I'm the only OG misfit that never went on Leo's podcast.
By the way, Jay, there's a certain individual in the comment section named Blue Notice. He says mental health. I just wanted to pass that along to you.
Well, I've gotten some help. I've been seeing a therapist, and
It sounds like The Sopranos. Don't bang the therapist. Jay, don't bang the therapist. Don't do it.
I tricked her. We were having a really good session, and she asked me where this anger came from, and I said, well, it goes back to my childhood. And she's like, well, when you think about your childhood, what do you see? And I said, well, I remember being a baby, crawling around the kitchen, and my mom was in the kitchen cooking dinner, doing dishes, and all I could see was her feet. And she's like, well, what were you thinking? And I said, well, it's real hard for me to think about that. You know, maybe if you took off your shoes and socks and I looked at your feet.
God damn it. Jay, you're the classic example of a boss that I used to have who was from Connecticut. I've told you about him before. The guy was like an extreme. The guy would do roofing on acid. He always had this expression. You buy him books, you send him to school, and he eats the fucking teacher.
Right. So I got my therapist to show me her feet.
Oh.
And she's like, well, now that you see my feet, what are you thinking? And I'm like, wow, I feel a little electricity in my pee-pee.
And this is all confidential, of course.
Right. Patient-client privilege.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, there's many different tricks you can use to get women to show you their feet. Look, here's the deal. Life is too short to date a woman with ugly feet. So
Oh, God, I agree. Oh, my God.
Before you go wasting a bunch of money dating her, you need to see her fucking feet. So, by any means necessary, try and get this bitch in sandals or flip-flops before you ever take her to an expensive dinner.
Oh my God, Jay! I remember when back in 2001 when I had left my first wife and I found bliss with the second one. But before I met the second one, my God, I met this girl. She was Mexican, but we're talking about a Mexican girl that you could tell that her family lineage, her descendants, they were from Spain. This girl was like 5'9", fucking brick shit house. She had, I mean, the tits, everything. So we're getting to know each other. One day we meet up at the beach. She's wearing sandals. I look down at her feet, and her feet look like the feet of an 80-year-old woman. May God hold it against me. May God forgive me. I never contacted her again. She never heard from me again. Never took her phone calls, anything. May God forgive me. If I'm wrong for doing it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This girl's only 20 years old, and she's got the feet of an 80-year-old woman. I'm not having it.
Well,
I'm not having it.
you got to remember that for the human species to make it through evolution, a lot of times when a predator came by, there wasn't a man around. He might have been out hunting or out doing his thing. And a lot of times the women folk, they would, if a saber-toothed tiger walked by, a lot of times the women folk would have to dig a hole, bury their young, and then climb a tree. And then after the saber-toothed tiger walked by, they would come down out of the tree and uncover the dirt and grab their youngin. And so I have this theory that the women that have those feet that look like you could dig a hole with them, like they're almost like a shovel. That's how their genetics survived evolution, because they were able to protect their young by burrowing a hole and hiding their young when a predator walked by. It's Darwinism, bro.
And God forgive me, in my head right now, I'm going through in my head, okay, I dig a hole. I place a child in the hole. Okay, what do I do next? I need a piece of wood or a stone in between the child and the dirt so the child can breathe. Then I put the dirt over it. I'm going through this all in my head right now so the child can survive. Holy shit.
I'm not. Well, bamboo reeds would be ideal.
There you go. Exactly.
Or palm fronds. Bamboo reeds and palm fronds would be ideal. But yeah, I mean, you know, there were so many predators when human. I don't want to say man. That would be misogynistic. When humans went through evolution, yeah, dude, they had to bury their young if a predator came by. You know, if the predator smelled the baby and dug it up and ate it while you were in the tree horrified, well, you go have another baby. You didn't get too emotionally attached. You know? Maybe the next one would make it till he was old enough to climb. So, I don't know.
You bring up Darwinism. It's fascinating to me that before this whole thing started with so this live doesn't get taken down, before this whole thing started with the C word, you know, the big V and the lockdown happened and everything, we had a lot of people, at least I noticed, on Facebook, Instagram, all the other social media sites. You would have these individuals that would try to be smart, try to be intellectual, and they would bring up Darwinism, and they would bring up Darwin, and how how this species survived and how this species went along and all that. All that shit went away in 2020. I don't see anyone talking about Darwinism because they'll look like a total fucking retard after buying into everything. And I myself, I'm waiting. I'm like a tiger or a lion hiding in the brush, just waiting for someone to jump out and talk about Darwinism. Wait a minute. Weren't you the asshole that agreed with all this shit and get jabbed 20 fucking times to keep your grandmother safe and shit? Fuck you. You don't believe in fucking Darwinism.
Right. Right. Someone commented on here, did kids like Genova get eaten by predators? Yeah, they did. See, one thing
That's
about
the whole point of Darwinism, survival of the fittest.
you know, that fits into my theory on autism, of why autism is going so crazy, because we are keeping everybody alive, everybody, and you know, yeah, I don't want to see someone die, you know, I mean, that's mean, but the problem is their genetics, you know what I mean? So when you have someone that maybe shouldn't have made it, but we have modern medicine and they survive, that's great. I'm for that. I'm not saying I'm against that. I'm for that. But then they reproduce and they pass on that gene. And then they pass on that gene. Now we have all these people that are allergic to peanuts, allergic to fucking, you know, everything. I mean, what's next? We're gonna have kids that are allergic to cotton sheets. You know, I mean, for Christ's sake. Kids allergic to bananas. I mean, come on, man.
The one of the things that I had to go through with my kids, for instance, my oldest daughter, I remember she got on this whole organic thing, right? She got on this that she had to eat organic because her digestive system and this and that and her cycle and everything. And I'm like, you know, honey, have you given any thought that maybe it has to do with your digestive system and that maybe your flora is fucked up? Maybe you're not getting enough probiotics or anything like that?
I was just gonna say, you know, kefir.
What's that?
Kefir.
The kefir saves lives. But it amazes me how we're living in a time right now where everyone thinks it's just virtuous that I'm allergic to this, I'm allergic to that, or I have this mental problem. You know, I'm codependent, or I'm bipolar, or I'm this, I'm that. Like it's virtuous or something. No, it's not virtuous, dude. You're compromised.
Yeah.
You're compromised.
Yeah. Pregnant women should eat a little bit of peanuts. They should eat a little bit of shellfish. All these childhood allergies, pregnant women should eat a little bit of all of it so that the baby builds up an immunity to it.
That's another thing, and I don't want to get all scientific and everything. I believe in natural childbirth. This thing with these cesareans, these kids are being, it's already been proven that these kids genetically, they're more susceptible to allergies and all kinds of shit, viruses and everything, if they're not born naturally. Your kid's got to be born naturally, man. That's all it is to it. Listen, you know, the kid comes out naturally and the doc is right there in front of your wife and, you know, he's trying to sew up ground beef. So be it.
Disgusting.
It's one of those things, Jay. You want your kid to fucking survive. They got to be born naturally. This fucking cesarean. You know how many kids are born cesarean these days? And how many excuses these so-called doctors come up with? Well, your uterus and your hips and all this shit and that shit. Go fuck yourself, man. Let me grab the cigarettes. Hold on a minute. Oh, there we go.
Now, can I play the devil's advocate to that point? From a pervert's point of view?
Well. Please, I say it to the fans and the trolls and the sons of father. I say to them all the time. You and I don't always agree on everything, and it's fine.
No, but from a different perspective, natural childbirth, women are more likely to have hemorrhoids from all that pushing. So if you date single moms, you are less likely to get anal if she had natural childbirth with her children. So I'm just pointing out the fact, if you want to butt fuck a single mom, you're hoping she had cesarean because you've got her from doggy style anyway. You don't care about the scar. It's not your wife anyway. Put all that together.
Jay, Jay, forgive me. I can't counter that. I got nothing.
Right.
I got nothing.
Right. Right. Like the guy she's getting child support from, the doctor ruined her bikini body with the scalpel. But he saved her butthole from the hemorrhoids so now the guy that's paying her child support, you're butt fucking her. It's the most alpha move in the world. Like, you send us money every month. Now I'm butt fucking her.
It's I don't want to say pros and cons.
Right.
Pros and cons. There we go.
Right.
Hold on, I gotta read what Chuck E. Cheese Ranch just posted. Hold on. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch. Cuban's wife has a blown bow ring. You see, I can laugh at shit like that. People take shit way too fucking personal. You know how my wife views all this shit, Jay? You'll love this. You know how she views all this shit? She's like, her words, you boys, you're a bunch of junior high delinquents. When she hears us talking shit, you guys sound like you're in junior high.
There's probably a better word than delinquent for someone like me with my humor.
Oh.
I have the worst humor, and some people don't like it.
Well, I know my future will be riddled with dementia because I love dark humor.
Is that true? I don't know.
I don't believe it. I'm not buying into it. They're saying that people that love dark humor and find it hysterical, they're more likely to have dementia. I'm not buying it.
I'll bet that study was funded by an extreme right-wing evangelical fucking think tank. Someone who's funded by the Bible.
Someone like Oral Roberts.
I don't know.
I saw a 900-foot Jesus in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Fucking Oral Roberts.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe what Zach just said.
I can. Knowing him, I can.
Oh my God. Can you see the comments?
Yeah, I can.
Someone just said Jay Masters got kicked out of the Misfits. That is so stupid. How many times have we been through that?
Whatever you say, bruh. Whatever you say.
Brad kicked me out. So
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew has no say in it. Yeah, Brad has the final word. That's great. Yeah.
no, but
Go ahead and follow that logic. It's brilliant. It's
there's no
brilliant.
such thing as the Misfits. There's not even a YouTube channel named The Misfits. What's the name of Andrew's YouTube channel? It's not Delray Misfits. Isn't it Del Drew or it? Andrew's YouTube channel is not named Delray Misfits. So, you know, Delray Misfits, it isn't real. There's no clubhouse, there's no meetings, there's no dues, there's no contract, there's no rules. It's a fictitious thing that a guy who ran his own YouTube channel created. You can't join the Misfits and you can't get kicked out because it doesn't exist. When if I show up to the next Misfits meeting, is Brad gonna kick me out? I'd like to see that.
What? And it follows your logic. What Misfits meeting? What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah. They rented hold on, Jay. They rented out a space. There's some dude there. He's making the coffee. He's setting up the books and the literature and everything.
Right.
And yeah, there's people coming in. He's setting up the chairs. Nah. Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
Right. Brad's up there at the microphone. I walk in the room. Oh, you're not welcome here. We've banished you. Okay. Show me the documents where I've been banished. The Misfits don't exist.
Now, Jay, be fair. Leave Brad alone. You know, he's enjoying life. He's a good guy. He's got a nice, respectable home. He has a young girlfriend. He's painting toenails. He's the coolest man that's ever walked the earth. I will never be able to measure up to Brad. I'll never be Brad. I'll never be as cool as him. And you know, come on, Jay, be fair. You know, we'll never be as cool as Brad. Everything, you know, it is what it is. As you know, the former pitcher from MLB once said, "It is what it is, man." When he went in front of Congress.
Oh, but yeah. Brad's got a nice little piece of dirt. I admit that. I did not fuck up his lawn.
We're still talking about that. We're still talking about the lawn. Oh my God.
I was drunk. And yeah, maybe I spilled some fertilizer, but that's my drunkenness that may have burned a patch in his lawn. Not my brain, my knowledge.
I guarantee you that lawn today is completely full and lush.
Dude, I know a lot about fertilizer. I grew tremendous grass up in Michigan. I had more deer in my yard than any of my neighbors.
Jay, here's a question because I'm completely ignorant towards it. Will deer eat grass seed?
Not if there's something better around. I mean, In Florida, I don't think so. But if on top of the snow, yeah, they'll eat anything.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude, I had a beautiful lawn, and I it wasn't just grass. I had clover and fescue and all these different things in my lawn. Because I used to reseed. Um, I never used you know what weed and feed is?
Yeah.
Right. I would never ever use weed and feed, because weed and feed kills things that aren't grass. And if you
Yeah, it's completely unbiased. Yeah. Yeah.
right, so I would never use weed and feed because I was always adding new seeds to my lawn, and I didn't want to waste my money and kill them with a weed and feed. So like I had so much clover underneath my ryegrass, and like I was growing a perennial rye that comes back every year, and but I was reseeding with an annual rye, something that I was using an annual rye, something that only grows for one season to choke out my weeds. Annual rye was my weed killer. So I basically had a lawn of rye and clover and a few other nice little nutritious things for the deer. And then I was seeding with an annual rye that would not regenerate, but it would take over and choke out weeds. So I didn't have to do a weed and feed, because if I did a weed and feed, it would have killed off my clover. So I dude, I know more about this. You know, yeah, was I drunk when I fertilized Brad's lawn? Hell yes, I was. Did I spill a bunch? Yes, I did. So what? But I know about fertilizer. There's three numbers. Like basically the middle of the summer, like you do a 12, 12, 12. The three numbers are equal. Now in the spring, you don't need any of the last number because that's for root development, and you want the first number to be bigger because that's for growth. So like for spring, you might want a 45, 15, 0. And then the middle of the summer, you do a 12, 12, 12. Everything's balanced. And then fall, you don't want to encourage any new growth above the ground because that's just too stressful on the plant. You want to encourage more root development. So you might go with like a 0, 15, 30. I know this shit. I was just drunk that day. Oh,
All of you Mexican landscapers out there, hope you're paying attention.
well, Florida's kind of a different animal. Um, like in Florida, I don't know if you need to use a fall fertilizer with the 0 and the nitrogen, but yeah, it can't hurt. You don't want to go nitrogen year round, then you're going to deplete your soil. I don't know. It's different when you're trying to attract animals. I mean, dude, I had so many fucking deer in my fucking yard. My lawn, I had about a little under 2 acres. Um, and dude, I didn't have no riding mower. I pushed this shit with a hand push mower. because I manicured it perfectly. Because that was my
the old school circular
no.
push.
I had a Craftsman mower from
Okay.
Stars with
Okay.
3.5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton. No, but I pushed it. I had a push mower, um, because that's the way you get your grass the best. I mean, I had enough lawn. I could have got a riding mower, but you're not going to have a pretty lawn with a riding mower. If you want your lawn to be pretty, you're going to have a push mower. And but that was my exercise, you know. I I it's what I did. It's what I loved. And I thought we had a delay, but no, dude, I had I used to push mow um about 2 acres, and it'd probably take me about half a day, and I would drink probably 12 beers. This shit was so fucking gorgeous, and because I I used to use DNR mix, which stands for Department of Natural Resources. The DNR used had a blend up in Michigan, a blend of seeds. So it'll grow in the shade, it'll grow in the sun, it'll grow without water, it'll grow if it's wet. I mean, the DNR had this mix. So I was always reseeding my lawn, always reseeding my lawn. And dude, I had and I was hand pushing that shit with a fucking Sears mower with a 3.5 horsepower Craftsman um, Briggs and Stratton engine. Dude, I had I had deer all over my fucking yard. And plus I used to put out corn. Um, I remember one, friends of mine back in the day that they had a toddler, and we were drinking out on my picnic table one night, and I don't. You're smart. You've probably heard of this, but a lot of maybe some of our viewers haven't. But there was an experiment done um, called Pavlov's dogs, where he used a bell and meat powder to make dogs salivate. Are you familiar with this?
Holy shit.
Are you familiar with the experiment?
I'm familiar with that. Holy shit.
So all right, work with me here. So I used to fill up a plastic 5-gallon pail. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, I had pickle barrels. You know those green buckets that restaurants have that pickles come in from like.
Yep. Today they're white, but yeah.
All right, so I used to have pickle barrels filled up with corn, and I used to have these beer drinking mugs, like 32-ounce plastic beer drinking mugs that you would get like if there was a festival or a party, and there would be printing on it, like you know what I'm saying.
I haven't seen one of those in years. I know exactly what you're talking about. Haven't seen one in years.
Right. So like if you had a beer tent and if you paid $5 for the mug, then you would get a cheaper price for the fucking refill. All right. So anyway.
Yeah, you buy one. They tell you, yeah, buy one of these for $5 and your refills are $3.
Right. So I would want, when I was cocktailing, drinking, smoking, doing grass, having friends over.
um, I would show off, and I would walk out into the fucking yard. I would walk up the hill with one of these pickle barrels filled with fucking corn in one of my plastic mugs. And I would start spreading around corn. You know what I mean? Like you would. And then when the bucket got empty, I would turn it upside down and bang on it with the fucking plastic mug, like a drum. And I'm not telling you what, but them deer, depending on the time of the year, would come running into my yard because I had them trained so well. And one night, my friends had their toddlers over. I don't want to say their names, but yeah, I brought the deer. I was friends with these two married couples in Michigan. I brought the deer right up to the picnic table for their two toddlers. I mean, basically hand feeding these wild deer.
Jay, have you ever heard of a white buck, or is that just a myth?
An albino buck?
Yeah. Is that just a myth or is that real?
It's definitely real, but they're protected. You cannot shoot an albino deer. It's against the law. They're protected.
And if there's a reservation nearby, you better be fucking careful. They'll cut your throat, from what I heard. If it's real. Oh, fuck. I keep seeing these comments pop up about Louis Simmons. Did Louis Simmons pass away? If Louis Simmons actually passed away, it's an end of an era. That's actually fucking sad. That guy had so much knowledge. Oh, fuck me. Oh, no. That can't, nah, man. Jay, in the comments section right now, and I really hope it isn't true. In the comments section right now, we have the fans saying that Louis Simmons passed away. I really hope that isn't true. That's an end of an era.
I've been hearing that all night.
It's truly an end of an era if he passed away. That whole dynamic effort, the whole thing, there's this whole science behind it. And the old man knew what the fuck he was talking about. And it goes back to what you're talking about as far as moving weight fast. There has to be this explosiveness when you're moving weight. If not, you're fucked.
Right. Anytime,
oh, fuck.
Anytime you see someone try and move something heavy slow, they fail.
There's a video with the one kid. He's incredible. That one kid, that black kid that everybody talks about. He's from New York. I mean, he's squatted 900. He's deadlifted 900. He's bench pressed who knows how much. I forgot the kid's name. But he was doing a video. Everyone remembers this. He was doing a video with someone where he was spotting somebody doing an incline bench. And I see this guy. He unracks it. It's above 400. It's definitely above 400. And he just comes down slowly. And when he comes down slowly, you can see his pec just boom, disintegrate. It's like, why are you moving that weight so slow? What are you doing? Come down and go.
Uh, uh, I can answer that question. He was probably using a bench press shirt. Equipped lifting is completely different. If you watch equipped lifting, they go down so slow. It's stupid and retarded.
If I'm on a bench, I'm not thinking about bringing that weight down slowly. I'm not. I want it to come down, and I want to go up as quickly as possible. That sounds fucking dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. You're talking about shirt lifting, which is gay.
Don't be so judgy. Oh shit.
You know, when I'm bench pressing and I'm bringing a weight down under control, you know what I think about when it touches my chest? A Top Fuel funny car leaving the fucking line. Because
The launch.
right,
The launch.
Top Fuel funny car,
Boom.
right? 500 cubic inches blown nitromethane.
Fire coming out the tubes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, father's drinking Hurricane, only the finest malt liquor from Anheuser-Busch. I got the Extreme MXD, 12%. If I ever get any more of these and you're in town, I'm going to have to introduce you to it. Which will be in an undisclosed location.
Right. Yeah. It's too bad. People want to ruin the mints.
Haters going to hate, bruh. Haters going to hate.
Someone
Ah, shit.
lifting is harder than raw lifting. That's really retarded.
Oh, oh my God. Hey, Jay, I love you, man. I got to go. I got to get back to domestics. It is 9:28 in seconds in my time. Who knows where you're at? And even if I knew, I wouldn't tell anybody. You have to slip bamboo slithers underneath my fucking fingernails like the fucking Vietnamese. So, anyway, man, I love you. I got to go.
All right, bro. Tap out. Father. Yeah, I've done single ply powerlifting when I was a teenager. That was years ago. Oh, only real men lift in spandex. Right, right, uh, right. When I see guys bench press all this weight with all this equipment on, I'm like, how much can you bench press in a tank top and flip flops or Crocs like me? Come on, man. Why are you wearing all that expensive shit? Come on, man. Brad's doctor wants to know, Father, why do you look sad? I'm not sad. I think I'm overweight. father looking mid-30s. Come on, man. Right. Why are you deleting lives? Because I've turned over a new leaf. I don't want to talk about Brad or McCock or Taco Queen anymore. I want to be a good human being. Jimmy Luds is in the chat. Jesus Christ. Anymore. Right. NMR Studios. Right. Anymore. Right. Right. Anymore. Right. I don't want to talk about Brad and his problems anymore. See, I can do that. It's fucking beautiful. No, no, that's a fake Brad. That's Gorilla Juice pretending to be Brad. Target John Romano, tough guy. All right, you guys want to talk about Johnny Romano? I heard Johnny Romano call Lenny a retard. I don't want to overreact to this because I don't know the context of the conversation because sometimes Lenny can be a retard. But I personally don't like Johnny Romano because of what he did to me. So Johnny Romano it is such a little pussy that when a friend of Lenny's who's going to remain nameless went on RX Muscle misquoted me and said I was telling people to that have retarded children they should kill them, which I never said. Johnny Romano, who I believe is very short and not very big, said that he told Lenny and Mr. G, well, why you guys want to fight each other? You guys should team up and go beat up that Jay Masters guy. And he made so many mistakes right there, little Mr. Johnny Romano. I never said that. And for one, you want to team up Lenny against me? Good luck with that. And I never said people should drown their retarded children. We were having a philosophical discussion about hold on, I'm buzzed. I can't say the word. Infanticide, where newborn infants are euthanized, and people that don't like me ran with it. Said I was calling for people that had retarded children that drowned their kids. Never said that. We were talking about infanticide, which is common in China, horrible practice, where children are drowned in 5 gallon buckets simply because, you know, of their gender. And I brought it up, I'm dealing with people that are grossly physically or mentally handicapped. I and I wasn't calling for people to drown, you know, their children. So I was represented, and little bitty Johnny Romano, all what is he, about 5'6", 180? Little bitty Johnny Romano, um, you know, he had Lenny and Mr. G on there. He's like, well, why are you guys fighting each other? You guys should team up and find that Jay Masters and go kick his ass. What a fucking pussy cuckold move. Come on, Johnny Romano. What? Why are you asking Mr. G and Lenny to team up and beat me up? Because you can't? You're a complete fucking pussy, Johnny Romano. Now I hear you called Lenny a retard on your last broadcast. Okay. That just shows how stupid you are. You know, months ago, when you misrepresented my words, you were trying to get Lenny and Mr. G to join forces and come find me and beat me up instead of fighting each other, which was stupid. I mean, you're an idiot. You're a little short guy. You have no muscle. Um, Now you you're attacking my friend Lenny, calling him a retard. Johnny Romano, you have no idea the forces you have unleashed. Now, now you called Lenny a retard? You may have had it easy because you attacked me. Now that you called my friend Leonard a retard, I'm not holding back, you little fucking pussy. Yeah. I don't like this Johnny Romano. He's a complete clown. He wears that little beanie to protect his head. That's what little guys do because they get cold. I need smokes. Father. Father, is Meow Man still alive? I have no idea. Johnny Romano is Dead Man Walking. I he attacked Father, and now he attacked Lenny. I think that warrants an all out 66, to be honest. I mean, Johnny fucking Romano. I mean, he's a little teeny clown. I mean, he is a clown. Boner. Let me says, let's go live. I don't know you, bro. I need smoky, choky. Red's doctor says, clown. Right, who is this Johnny Romano? What what is he, another 5 foot fucking six fucking bodybuilding journalist? Ooh. Eric, I'm not gonna go live with you, brother. You might be a good guy, but I don't know you well enough. Eric, I can't even. Eric, you can always DM me, but family, he says. I don't know what that means, Zach. Eyes of the confessor. Oh. Father. Where you at, Johnny Romano? Want to call Lenny a retard? I'm going to sick my people on you. My name's Johnny Romano. Eric, I'm sorry. I don't recognize your name. Eric is ungrateful. He could be a good guy, but fuck. You got to be special to go live with Father. I'm not sweaty, I'm greasy. What time is it? I don't like this show to catch a predator. Go live with Jimmy Lutz. I would. Eric, I don't know who you are. I'm really sorry. Let someone else vet you. Eric, I have levels of security that you have no idea that are in place. Eric, I haven't seen one person that I truly trust vouch for you. Oh, really doesn't matter either. Oh, he was on Cubans Live. That don't mean shit. I'll go live with 427 Corvette, but I think he's a big fat pussy. You guys want to know something about 427 Corvette? He is so obtuse, meaning that he wants to do things his way instead of listening to Father. That the past 3 weeks, he squatted 505 for 6, 505 for 5, and then I think yesterday he's back up to 505 for 6. Wow. That is the kind of bodybuilding dummy that needs Jay. Someone that thinks they're gonna get more every week. Like, I'm big. I can squat 5 plates. I'm gonna get more this week. Yeah, how's that working out for you, brah? Oh, Cuban 10 joined. I need to go downstairs and get some smokes. Some, yeah, 427, you're not coachable, brah. Have you seen the guidance I've been giving Dylan in our private chat? You're not there yet, brah. You need to fail before you will get humble and come to Father. I mean, look at your progress, 427. But you've been squatting 5 plates for 3 weeks in a row, and you went 6 reps, 5 reps, 6 reps. Really? And hold on. I'm gonna get comfortable. Tell me how you're getting bigger and stronger. Oh, that's called being a show off. That's called ego lifting. Where, well, I'm juicing. I can squat 5 plates. I got I got 6 reps 3 weeks ago. Yeah, last week I only got 5. Well, yesterday I got 6. You are going nowhere with that plan. Nowhere. 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 I, look, you're my friend. I don't want to make fun of you too much. I tried to help you. I tried to coach you. I tried to tell you to do a different rep range. You didn't listen. See, that's one thing I like about Dylan Knudsen. He'll do anything I fucking say. This Dylan kid, it- this kid is gonna deadlift fucking six fucking 20 or 30 in 8 weeks. And he's a typical fucking idiot, you know. I mean, he deadlifts 5 plates for 8 reps, doesn't know what he's doing, but he's big and strong. And I'm like, you fucking moron. Um, let's tone this down. You know, you're never gonna fucking deadlift 600 doing it this way. And he listens. He listens. Oh, Dylan Knudsen is probably um, my favorite online client I've had in a long time because this kid will do, and I've only got one. Um, this kid will do what I tell him to do, and last weekend, Dylan said, "Jay, I gained 6 pounds over the weekend," and I told him to gain 3 or 4. Whatever. I don't care if I'm repeating myself. Uh, uh, uh. Well, most of my coaching system I've stolen from other people. I mean, come on, man. Unless you were training people in 1945, you pretty much stolen something. Oh, it's a cheese exclusive. Trans Am or Mustang? Trans Am. Ah, father. I don't care about Leo. Yeah. Well, of course I've got balls in my private jet. I put them. Of course I've got private. Of course I've got moles in my private chat. I put them there. I put them there. I've got a super secret private chat that doesn't have people like Chuck E. Cheese Ranch or Just Mints or barbecue sauce or some of more of your fucking sexy fucking names from the Genovaverse. Yeah, I got that too. You fuckers. Oh, Father. Fuck you, cheese. I'm so sick of dealing with Chuck E. Cheese Chance. I just let him do what he does. He doesn't care about me. He, yeah. If I need a favor and I need to call in a special favor and say, hey cheese, bro, will you take that video down? You know, he, he's gonna do it. You know, I mean, cheese is a good guy, and me and cheese have a good fucking relationship. But you know what? Eh, eh, He don't give a. He don't really give a fuck about me. It, I mean, like that Just Ments guy, you know. Like, do you guys like? He tries to play up to be my buddy too, you know. And then he posts shit that makes me look bad. You know, come on, man. These guys all repost shit that makes me look bad, and I'm supposed to be their friend. Yeah. Look at Cheese scrambling. Fuck you, Cheese. You're, you're not my real friend. You're not my real friend. Either is that Just Mens fucking cocksucker. You guys know I'm being attacked, but you still fucking repost your bullshit for your own little private gains. I don't need you guys. I really don't need you guys. I get in a ton of trouble on my own. Right, cheese saves meth. Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him. If Cheese cared about me as a person, there's some things he wouldn't save. And he don't give a fuck. He don't give two fucks. Whatever. don't care anymore. I'm gonna blow this shit up. I'm gonna blow. I've been to Casper, Wyoming. Yeah, fuck Cheese. Cheese wants to pretend like he's my friend, but he will repost shit that could get me fired from my job. Cheese is not my friend. Mm. Oh, Cheese is scrambling for excuses. That's cute. Whatever. Mm, run your mouth one more time, Cheese. Let's see it. Come on. Come on, bro. Run your mouth. Cheese. You say shit that can get you fired. Oh, wow, he did run his mouth. I don't need an excuse for reposting what people want to hear from you. All right, Cheese. You- Wow, you really said that? That's all it takes to get you kicked out of the fucking private chat. You're an absolute fucking moron. Fuck him. Ah, that's Cheese's excuse? Wow, what a fucking cocksucker. Fuck him. Fuck him. Watch this.